expectation is that I hope the play would be able to unite everybody
Yes.
and bring them together.
Yes.
We don't want no division,
Yes.
like what is going on right now. You start to see, we have elections coming up and we want unity.
Okay.
So that's all about it.
Good, good. Thanks so much.
When I grew up in a neighborhood where my landmistress had 14 children, she was an Indian.
Okay.
And we only had 2 black tenants in the yard. My mother had
Okay.
7 children.
Okay.
And we grew up with love and unity. We never had no problem.
Okay.
They eat from our pot, we eat from their pot.
Yes. Yes.
Even Nadir, Manzul Nadir, he was one
Yes.
of my neighbors too.
Okay, okay.
And we grew up with that love,
Okay,
unity.
okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, we don't know about each other.
Well,
But look at
I guess,
BTS.
the play itself,
Uh-huh,
I mean,
something
it's-
like that.
Some people say it's like a mirror. So what you're talking about is what happens.
Right.
What it's
right.
like. So I hope
I
you'll see
enjoy
how
it.
you can relate to some of what you're seeing. And
Yeah.
you have a
Or to
personal
my
experience.
children,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Love is the key of all
Okay,
things.
where are you from?
I'm from the South.
South, Georgetown.
Yeah.
You're Georgetown.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Thanks so
born
much.
and going to get too.
Okay, okay. Enjoy.
The audience will be highly motivated or one inspired and then motivated to foster unity among our people. For matter of fact, that's the thing that inspired me to come, knowing that it's the ERC. I thought that that's what's going to happen, and that made me make the time to be here tonight.
My manager is part of the play, so he encouraged me. It's Troy Parbo, so he encouraged me to come out and view this show.
What are you expecting?
Something really good. Yes.
Tell us, sir, what are your expectations of the play this evening?
Well, from the little trailers or little advance word about it, the whole theme is harmony.
Yes.
I think that's a very important word for Guyana at this time, especially.
Yes.
We enjoy a richness of diversity in this culture, and the witness of harmony will be very special. I also understand that a number of children will be participating in this production, and that is also a very positive sign for us, that our young ones are celebrating our understanding and showing us what harmony means, and that they can embrace that and give the future a sure foundation.
I'm hoping, sir, that after you witness the play, you can give us your impressions about the play. So enjoy. I simply would like to get your sentiments about the play I Am Us.
Oh, well, we are certainly very enthusiastic. We are Heal Guyana. I'm the founder for Heal Guyana. Quite a few of our people, thanks to you, have come here tonight to experience the play. In terms of what we expect, we have no expectations, but at the very least, we know that the quality of the play and it's directed by Niaz, I'm told.
Yes.
Yes, so, we know that the quality of the play is going to be exceptional, and most of all, we're interested in the message.
Yes.
Because we admire all that the ERC has been doing. We hope that at some point in the near future, we'll be able to have some collaborations with the ERC. And we just want to commend you guys on everything that you have done so far, and we wish you the best, and good luck tonight.
Great. So I'm hoping at the end of the play I can get your sentiments and your overall impressions and indeed messages. So looking forward.
At that time, I will certainly be informed, so I would gladly share with
Yes,
you.
looking forward.
Yes,
Enjoy.
have a great night.
generally the play generally reflects a lot of what happens in Guyanese culture. And I think it's really an excellent way to start the conversation about the issues that we really want to sweep under the carpet and not really address head on. So I really think it's an excellent initiative, and I think the ideas are being brought out very well.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what would have inspired you to come to the show?
Well, actually, one of the members of the cast is a part of my department. That's the character playing Cold Pot.
Okay.
And so I brought out my family as part of we're celebrating International Women's Day still.
Okay.
So my girls are here. My girls are here. We came to take a look at it together. So, and I'm really glad I came.
So
It's
your
really nice.
expectations are in sync with what you've seen?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, great.
Definitely. Thank you.
Tell me a bit about your expectations coming in and then what you've actually seen on stage.
Well, she told me it would be nice, and it has met my expectation. But she did not give me any details. But what is being portrayed there is what is needed in the country for us to live together in harmony, to live in unity, and for our politicians to work together because we are one nation. And I will always go back to our very first president, that's the late Lyndon Forbes Sampson Barnum, with a coat of arms, one people, one nation, one destiny. So I embrace that.
I hope you enjoy the second half of the show.
I will. Thank you.
So far, I think the play has been a really refreshing and exhilarating piece. I like the concept that they're touching on various themes within society, the Guyanese society more so. Politics, we have racism, we have love and family relationship, and all of the various themes and the impact it would have on the audience, because you're hearing the audience, their response to these, that it is relatable and that they can, actually put themselves in that position, because sometime or the other we would have gone through that or would have experienced the same.
So, I mean, you would say that we are looking at a mirror of the Guyanese society?
That is correct, and a very modern one too.
Thank you so much, sir.
I think it's honest. This should have been happening a long time, but happening now is still good enough. I think it's honest, and I think that it is deep. We're just scratching at the surface. But if you start, there must be a start. And I think that we'll be able to, heal that sore. Okay? So I think it's honest, and I look forward to further things with the ethnic relations.
Do you think the play will deliver that message that we all need to hear?
It is. But then again, it depends on person's thinking too, because everybody would not maybe think about it in the same way. But at least, as I said before, it's starting at the surface. It's a deep sore, what you want to call it. But if you start to take away some of the scabs, it will heal.
It's very interesting. It's real stuff, to be honest. The issues that they've been highlighting are stuff that, to be honest, you have to face it daily. Whether you want to deny it or not, it is what it is, and it's stuff that is real. I'm just happy that there's a group or there's persons still who are bold and not afraid to address these things and talk about it, and hopefully from this, our society, things can change. I think it's a very nice play. I'm enjoying it so far.
What inspired you to come?
What inspired me to come is that I know that it would help a lot as to how we could cope and deal with these things and how to act as different people. So it's good to know how we as young people would know how to deal with situations when they arise.
Based on what you've just seen on stage, what are your thoughts?
Okay, my thoughts are, I have mixed thoughts if it's going to work out between the Indian and the African, because from a political dispute, it seems to be racially based. I think at the end that it would work out, but it was well put together. I think it captured most of what is happening in our country and within youths and adults. But what I noticed is that most of the older persons had the political disputes, but their children, there wasn't any problem. So I'm curious to see how that would turn out.
Okay, but do you actually think that this can initiate a public discourse on harmony and unity in Guyana?
Yes, I think it can. I think it can.
You don't?
It is, as I said, it's mixed emotion because for some persons, if they're not educated to the point of the play, right, I think that probably they might leave with a wrong perspective. For example, earlier in the play, persons were hyping because of the political dispute due to their race. But I hope most people get the concept that it is trying to bring out, a positive concept.
And what would have inspired you to come to the show?
A lot of stuff, because I like to see stage plays and stuff. And after I realized that it was this, talking about your culture and stuff like that, let me put it that way, I decided it was a good show to come and see.
The play has its moments. There are parts of it that I like, but the audience is really enjoying it. And I mean, there are parts where I wouldn't be laughing at it and they'd be cracking up. So that, for me, I'm finding more interesting. How they're reacting to it, because as a producer I wear two caps when I sit in the audience. For me personally, I would like a more subtle way of presenting those things, but it's like in your face. This is how it is. This is how. And in his program notes he said that.
Yes. So blunt, honest, unifying.
Yes.
I hope. Would you think that the message there of unifying would be?
Well, it's not finished yet, so we don't know. They're at the crossroad now where they're tearing at each other, So at the end of the show, you will see what the final message is. And I'm sure the message would be about being together and forget, it's making it go. You're together now and then you're fighting again and all of that. And so.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's early to tell what the ultimate result is going to be. It's obviously a very brave effort to make us conscious and realize who we are and the challenges we face as a nation. I admire them for what they're doing. It's a tough message to convey. It's necessary to do it. At the end of the day, as Guyanese, we should be very proud of ourselves. A point that play has already made is that unlike many multi-ethnic countries around the world, we live very well together. If only we can understand that politics unnecessarily divide us, and very foolishly so, we'd be a lot better off.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's actually good. Based on the fact that it's Ethnic Relation Commission, I know it had to be a message based on culture, based on behavior pattern, and based on stuff that's going on, like social issues and stuff. I must say that it's going very good right now. Kudos to Ethnic Relation Commission and also to the team right now. Everybody following the storyline right now. They want to know what's going to come out of it. So right now we're in a suspense right now, the first half. So can't wait to see what the second half will be like. All right, but it's very good work.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It is pretty educational in comparison with the things that I'm accustomed to seeing in Broadway in New York and other places. This is very educational, and it tells me a lot about what the culture is in this country and the various people that makes up the Guyanese culture and the way of life of the people, the original, what you call them, native Guyanese, the politics that is going on here, the major race group, the Indian and the black, seems not to be getting along because of the political system that goes on here. And they involve the other race groups, the other 4 other race groups of people here suffers, and that causes children, families to disintegrate.
It's not so much that we have a race division. I think it's more of a cultural divide, because you have divisions sometimes within the same ethnic groups in the family. But it's wonderful. I mean,
And tell us your impressions of the play so far.
I think it's a great initiative, and it's also opening the eyes of the people of Guyana to show them how they're dividing themselves because of elections and because of ethnicity.
I think it's a show trying to tell people that political doesn't mean that we have to fight. We are living in Guyana, we should try to make harmony between the people, not fight.
Thank you so much. Can you tell me your impressions so far with the play?
Oh, good. It's very intriguing, I must say. It is a good one because it's highlighting one of the major issues that we are facing right now in our country, which is politics. And we can see in the play that it's actually dividing homes as well. So I can't wait to see the other half.
Yes. Well, I must say it's a great show, and it brings about a lot of unity. It brings about unity from both parties, from both religions, whether Amerindian, East Indian, and African Guyanese. It shows us how we can live in love despite of our political
persuasion.
More likely, yes. So with that, I must say, it's a great show, and we should do this more often, and despite of whatever political thoughts you may have and stuff, we must remember that we all are Guyanese, and despite of what, we should live as one.
Okay, great.
That's
so
all.
What motivated you to come to the show?
Well, more likely, it's the first time I'm hearing about it, more likely. So I thought, this is kind of strange, collision, ethnic relation. Let me go and see what it's like, and I decided to come out and have a look.
And it didn't disappoint?
Definitely not.
Okay, great.
Definitely not. Most welcome.
Can you give us your impressions of the play so far?
Well, so far it's going really good. It's bringing out a lot of issues that are going on in society right now, which is good, especially for us because we're young, and young people usually don't know what's going on in the country right now. So it's very influential to us. That's what I think.
And you, can you tell me your impressions?
I think it's very educating, as you said, especially to us young people. So, educate us on the things that are going on in Guyana. And I like that they also use the Basilectal dialect, the Guyanese Creole. So it speaks to us. It's very humorous, and we all know Guyanese people love humor.
And tell me your impressions of the play so far.
My impressions of the play so far, I like how they place it together because it teaches the youth and the citizens of Guyana how politics may cause segregation between friends and neighbors, and yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, just tell us basically your thoughts about the play.
Oh, I thought it was very good and very informative, and it's a message we need to share.
Okay,
that's how we should be living.
Okay. And was it in sync with your expectations coming in?
Not as much, but it was better than what I had expected.
Which scene did you enjoy the most?
All. I can't differentiate one from another. They're all good, and it rolled into each other, and the message was clear.
I think the
creator, the writer of the show, basically captured fully what happens in our society. But what I'm also pleased about is that it is pointing to solutions to the problems that we have faced for a number of years. And I believe for all the talks we've been hearing about a truly united Guyana, it is definitely a solution that can see all of us becoming one people, fully united, and moving Guyana forward.
Well, before I saw the play, I was told by the playwright Niaz that, in fact, what he was doing was saying what on stage, in theatre, for the people, what the people themselves don't want to say, especially the politicians. They don't want to admit certain things are happening in our society. They don't want to admit that some of them are to blame, if not all of them. And he did that in the play. He brought it out. And the whole division, I have seen it happen years ago, just as it happened on stage between two families I knew who were neighbors for years. And they just split on a similar issue that was seen. And so it brought back some memories to me of something I had witnessed some years ago. And I must say that Niaz was very bold to write the play he did and to do the script he did. I thought that all in all, the presentation was quite good as a theatrical production. Well, it had it had its moments, but I think that generally speaking, I enjoyed the play. I enjoyed watching the boldness of the playwright and the actors more than anything else. It was really something that he felt needed to be said, and he said it.
And you see this kind of discourse taking us places.
Yes, and I think that in fact he should take the play around Guyana and let other people form their own conclusions from the play. So he needs to take it around the country and get the reaction, and the ERC can base, and the politicians, if they listen, when the people who see it talk, if they listen, I think we'll be in a better place.
I thought that it was wonderful. I mean the storyline and everything was excellent, and it needs to go all across Guyana, I believe. It's just like a small cross-section of Guyanese would have seen this.
I must say that this was wonderful. It was the reality, and I do hope that someone in here tonight has changed from being racial to loving the other person. Yes, it was very, very good. It was, and also enjoyable.
Oh, I think it's very informative. It is a play that I didn't really expect it to end like this, but it's more unifying all the ethnic groups, and I think that message was really sent out.
I thought that it's a play that was very well needed. I think the message was very sharp, very, very frank, and candid. And I think drama theatre is audience-oriented. It's for the audience. And therefore, the important thing is that it reached the audience got the message, and they responded in that way. I would say that it started out as a play. It had drama, it had dramatic elements in it. It moved, however, towards being a message that was stated, that was a lecture in a sense. But the point is that it made its point, even though that happened. The point was made, and also it ended on a high with the pageantry, the kind of pageantry at the end, and so it ended on a high there. There are many things I could say about the plot. I could say about the fact that it took a while in the first act to move, and a certain amount of repetitiveness and so on. But overall, I would say it was successful because it did what it set out to do. And as I said, theatre is about the audience, and it worked for the audience.
But do you see this kind of discourse fostering unity and harmony?
Well, if I'm to judge by the response of the audience tonight, I would say yes. But out on the street in the reality, it is a different thing. Even though the play worked with the audience in the theatre, I don't know. I can't say that is going to change what is going on outside in the streets.
I think it was very creative. I think it captured the essence of the Guyanese people living together in harmony and coexist in peace. I commend the director, Mr. Niasaban. I think it was in a very timely manner.
Okay.
I think it was a very exciting, educational play, and it's a play that came at the right time for Guyanese society. It sends a message, and the message is quite clear. The message is saying all of Guyana is that two things. One, regardless of your political differences, election is just another event, and hence you must maintain your unity, maintain your friends, and you ought not to have any racial biases or slogans against each other. We are all Guyanese, and we must live together as Guyanese, before the elections and after the elections, for the development of our country.
Well, as a dramatist, I want to say kudos to Nia Suban, the writer and director. I think it was well done. I think the script really touched on some issues that needed to be touched on, and I think the play is timely. Good job, Nia Suban. Congratulations, well done.
I think it was a good play, first of all. I think the whole message is well sent, right? And I really do hope that as Guyanese, we can work towards a common cause. All right, I think that the director did an awesome job.